Oh, hello.
Hello.
And welcome back to Wine
Myers.
and Beer. We decided to do things a little differently this week. So instead of drinking while we're casting, we pre-gamed. Happy MDW.
Yes, 3-day weekend.
It's Memorial Day weekend. And we are celebrating nothing. It's not even a weekend to celebrate anything. Do you know what Memorial Day is all about?
Yeah, I know.
It's so somber.
Yeah.
And yet everybody's out drinking and partying and barbecuing. We have some somber stuff to talk about as well.
Yes. But wait. I'm Dina.
I'm Amy. And we had the most amazing drinks tonight.
Oh my god.
Thanks to Rum and Patchogue.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a big shout out to Carrie right now.
We really have to give a big shout out to her.
Yeah.
Not only did she make us the best drinks ever, but she totally supported our cause by moving our stuff to a more prominent place. And
Oh, she moved it?
it was moved.
Where did you put it?
I put it by the hand dryer.
Oh, and it was on the mirror.
It was.
Oh, I
Yes.
didn't know that. All right.
No, so you have to give some props to our friends and
Yes.
Rum.
Anyway.
All right, so our original plan for this week was that we had a guest on who has been through some stuff. You know, she had multiple situations.
Yeah.
That she could have told us some good stories. We were excited about that. However, we had to kick her off.
I know.
We had to
I know.
excommunicate. We had an so tonight's like an X night.
It is. It is. But even before we get into that,
What do you want to get into?
your trip home.
Oh, you want to talk about that?
How can you not talk about that?
Oh my god! I feel like I don't know. I don't know if I really want to relive that whole situation. That was god fucking awful.
Yeah.
That was awful.
That was awful. I was not even there, and I was felt like I was living it.
All right, so I have to say, everybody has a bucket list. Whether you want to promote the fact that you have a bucket list, or you want to talk about it, you want to put it out there. Everybody has a thing or things that they want to get done in a certain amount of time, right? I want to do this. I want to do this year. I want to do this in the next 5 years, 10 years, whatever.
And some are more realistic than
right?
others.
I want to do this before I die.
Yep.
So I had a bucket list before I turned a certain age, and then a lot of those things didn't come to fruition. So my birthday was Tuesday.
Yes.
And one of the things that was on my bucket list prior to a milestone birthday was to visit certain places: Vegas, Austin, and Nashville. Didn't visit any of them prior.
No.
It's not that I didn't have the opportunity. I just didn't put the effort into doing that. So I had an opportunity to go to Austin. And I took it.
Yes.
Which I think we talked about. Well, I was in Austin.
Yeah, we did the whole episode last week. Yeah.
All right, so I did that. I put my big girl pants on. I never, ever, ever in my life, as far as I can remember, traveled by myself, especially not across country. I may have traveled down the coast here and there, but never cross country. Never left the time zone. Never left the eastern coast. And things didn't work out, so I decided that I had to do that. And I did. And things were fine. I got down there fine. We had a couple of black cloud moments. I think we talked about them. And then it was time to come home. I think we ended the podcast. I was taking a nap.
Yep.
And then I was going to wake up a couple hours later and travel to Dallas in order to catch my flight home back to New York. However,
Didn't work out that way.
it definitely didn't work out that way. Apparently, unbeknownst to me, the naive traveler that I am, there is more than one airport in Dallas. There's Dallas-Fort Worth, which apparently is the largest airport in the continental U.S.
Wow. I didn't know that.
The largest. It's like the size of a small city.
Okay.
And then there's Dallas Love Field.
Not so big.
I don't know how big. At this point, it doesn't matter. There's DFW and there's DAL. Dallas is Dallas as far as I'm concerned. So when I book a ticket to New York from Dallas, I think I'm leaving from a Dallas airport.
Yeah.
There's no two Islip airports. I guess there's two NYC airports.
Yeah, I mean, there's
LJ,
LaGuardia
JFK.
and JFK, yeah.
Yeah. I totally wasn't expecting that, Dallas. I'm sorry for yawning. We've been out for a while.
Mm-hmm.
What should I say? Oh, should I tell the whole story?
I mean, you went to the wrong airport.
I rented a car from Dallas to drive from Dallas to Killeen, which was the 45 minutes from Austin. And I'm driving back to Dallas, and first thing that happens is I'm in a rush, obviously. Yeah. I'm trying to get on a plane. The road is closed. The only highway. And now I'm using Waze. Waze is supposed to, redirect you from, roadblocks, and yet I am stopped. What happened? Road is closed. For what? Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
It's closed. Then I stopped to get gas, and the sky turns a funny gray color. So I snap a picture, and what do you like? I think you said that looks creepy.
I said, yeah, that doesn't look good.
No, that looks creepy.
That doesn't look good.
So I'm like, whatever. I just wanted to show you what the sky looks like. Maybe my flight's going to be canceled. I don't know. I start driving not 5 minutes down the road, and the sky starts pouring buckets.
Oh my God.
Not even talking drizzles, but we're talking buckets. So now I have to not drive 70 miles an hour.
Now you're slowing down.
30 miles an hour because I couldn't see out the windshield. And I get to Dallas, Fort Worth. I drop off my rental car. I go inside. I look at the board. I text Dina and I say, what, Dina?
My flight is not on the board.
That's a little weird. Something's not right here.
Something's not right.
Whatever. I'm going to the terminal. So I get on the shuttle bus from the rental car section of this city-sized airport. I had no idea how big it was. And I'm sitting in the bus, and I'm like,
what the fuck?
Jesus. Dina, did I buy a ticket from New York to Dallas? No, I didn't do that. I'm at the wrong airport.
Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, I'm waiting to pick her up from the airport. I'm not at the airport, but I'm, spending my day planning on picking her up at the airport.
Yep, I'm at the wrong airport. So what do? I jump off the bus. Why? Because I don't belong on the bus. I don't belong at that airport. He's like, what are you going to do? I guess I'm going to Uber it to the other airport. I don't know. I have no car. I have no nothing. So I get the Uber up. I'm ready to go. And the Uber driver shows up, and I start to get in the Uber car, and I'm like, motherfucker.
Is that what you said out loud?
Uh-huh. I left my shit on the bus. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I left my stuff on the bus. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, it has no name on it because I'm not checking anything, so I have no tags or anything. My name's not even on it. I have no idea. I left my stuff on the bus. I left my stuff on the bus.
Yeah.
It's irreplaceable stuff. There's nothing. I literally came down here to get some of this stuff, and I'm leaving without it right now. If you take, how far is the other airport? He's like 30 minutes. I said, oh my God, what time is it? My flight's leaving at 12:40. You're supposed to get to the airport 2 hours prior.
Yeah.
It's about 9 o'clock, so I have an hour to find my stuff and locate it. So he's an Uber driver, and he gets paid for the drive that he does. So, of course, now I have to start putting stops in to the different places I have to go. So I put stop into the rental car. Because don't forget, Dallas-Fort Worth Airport is the size of the city.
Oh, my God.
So I do that. And he starts taking me, and he takes me to the rental car place where he thinks that I'm going to find my stuff. And I go inside, and she's like, I don't know what to tell you. I come out defeated, saying, you know what? Forget it. Yeah, just put me in the car. I, had mini panic attacks, for the last 2 hours. I'm going to lose my shit in about 5 minutes. Put me in the car and drive me to the other airport so I can at least be stable for a minute. Sit, breathe, move on. And he's like, wait a minute, we'll work this out. And he disappears. And I'm standing there. I'm like, dude, I'm going to miss.
Oh, he was out of the car?
He got out of the car.
Oh my God, that's weird.
Long story short, I finally find him. He located a person with a walkie-talkie. The walkie-talkie person locates another person with a walkie-talkie. They find my stuff. So now I'm running through the airport
trying to get
maniac.
And the Uber driver's still waiting for you?
He's looking. He's helping me.
Oh my God.
He's trying to help me find my stuff because now I swear to God, I was hyperventilating. Like it was a disaster. Oh, imagine.
Yeah.
First of all, it was bad enough I'm at the wrong airport. Second of all, now I realize I lost my fucking shit.
You're by yourself. You've never been to this place before.
No. I don't have a car. I'm at a total loss of control here.
Yeah.
This was bad. So I get my stuff around. So I find the people with the stuff. There's a big pile of stuff. I am not the only person at Dallas Fort Worth that's leaving stuff on the bus. So I feel a little bit better at this point. There's purple suitcases and rolling suitcases, and I just have a mailing tube and a backpack. So whatever. I grab my stuff, run back to the works. Now I really have to get to the other airport. And this he was the sweetest little grandpa guy.
The Uber driver.
He was so cute. He was like my grandpa. So he's like, I want you to relax. I'm like, okay. He's like, just breathe. He's like, how about I put this on? He starts playing Frank Sinatra. He's like, I know you're a little young for this. And I'm like, no, it's fine. Play it. It's cool. Whatever. So he's playing Frank Sinatra, and we're driving to the other airport on the other side of town. And pulls up. He's like, yeah, it's going to be a little busy here today because the U.S. Open just let out. Oh, my God, you're joking, right?
Traffic-wise?
People-wise.
Oh, my God.
So we get there. He drops me off at the terminal, and he wasn't kidding. It was like Disney World on July 4th. Those roped areas, in and out, in and out, in and out. I'm like, I'm going to miss my plane. I'm going to miss my second flight of the day. I'm at the right airport now, but I'm going to miss my flight. So I'm waiting. And finally it opens up and people start moving, and I go through and I put my bag through the metal detector. And one of the reasons why I don't check bags is because I have a serious phobia of going through metal detectors and checkpoints at airports. I am so scared of that. That's one of the worst things.
What are you worried?
I don't know. There's this movie with Claire Danes. Have you seen it? I don't remember the name of it. Her and a friend from high school, they're graduating, and one of the things that they want to do is travel the world. So her and a friend from high school, the friend doesn't tell her mother that she's doing this. They travel to Thailand, right? And while they're in Thailand, they meet this guy, and they're going to travel to another part of Thailand, and they're all together, and they go to the airport, and while she's walking around, they're backpacking, right? He sticks cash or something crazy in her backpack, and then when she goes through customs, she's caught with this shit. So and then she ends up in a jail in Thailand forever. She's never getting out. Yeah. That's her life for the rest of her life. God. Right? So I'm super paranoid that somebody's going to touch my shit whenever I'm leaving. So I like to have everything. I literally went to the other side of the country with 3 dresses, a pair of flip-flops, a microphone to podcast, and that's it. Right? There was nothing else. Some underwear, whatever, a deodorant, a very small makeup bag, or very little makeup while I was there, because I wasn't traveling with over an ounce of anything, so I had just some powder. I go through. So anyway, I get to the conveyor belt where I'm putting my stuff. I take my shoes off. I do everything right, even though I didn't have to. I don't care. Just check everything because I have nothing to hide. I want to get on the airplane. And they confiscate my bag. They confiscate my bag. And I'm like, well, can I at least have my shoes? Can I have something, please? So you
had no shoes on?
Nothing.
No bag?
I had just socks. I didn't even wear a jacket. I tied my jacket to my bag. I was put everything through because I have nothing to hide. And they red flagged my bag. They took it. You want to know why?
Because of the microphone.
The microphone was in the bag.
So they opened up and went through everything in your bag.
Yeah, but they dumped it. And I had my dirty underwear now. It's the end of the weekend.
Oh my God.
Dumping my bag. My shit is all over the place. And there was some guy on the flight behind me, and he was, I guess, from Dallas, but he was going to Vegas. He was originally from California, but he had a thing for New York, and we were talking online because the line was forever long or whatever. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to Vegas. So he's like, so I'm going through. They pull my bag, and he walks by me, and he's like, it's got to be someone from New York. someone from New York that has to like stop the line. And I'm like, I really didn't mean this. So then we're going, whatever. They're checking my bag. Yeah. Then there's like two guys, and they gave me my shoes and they gave me my small pocketbook. And as they were giving me my pocketbook, I guess I dropped something, like a couple business cards or whatever. So one of the kids was like, yo, you dropped something. So I'm like, oh, it was one of our business cards. Yeah. I should have just left it there. But instead I bent down to pick it up, and what happens? Some guy... He's taking his bin off the belt with the shoes, and he turns around, boom, whacks me in the head. I fall on the floor. Shoeless, bagless, jacketless. Oh. Laid out on the floor.
You actually fell on the floor?
Yes, I was on the floor. Bashed me in the head, knocked me over. I'm on the floor.
Yeah.
All right, so this guy hits me in the head with this freaking bucket. He knocks me out. Comes over a little while later and he says, are you okay? Duh, idiot, I'm not okay. You freaking whacked me in the head with your bin as I'm stressed out waiting for my shit that was confiscated, and you're worried about your who knows whatever was in your bin. Guys are such assholes.
So stupid.
They really are. They have no qualms about like hurting other people. So this guy physically like bounced me in the head and knocked me on the floor. Came over again nonchalantly. I saw no authenticity in him asking if I was okay after the fact. But he didn't. It was just like, oh, it was you that I hit in the head with the bin?
Yeah, you were the one laying out on the floor.
Yeah. So when you're like, I'm physically laying out on the floor, and you're metaphorically laying out on the floor. What happened?
I mean...
It's a disaster, isn't it?
It is such a disaster, you know. Like you said, I just don't think that guys... Think. Honestly. I mean... You know, talking about this whole girl code situation... And without getting into, like, crazy amounts of detail, but, you know, I guess you were on your way to Texas.
I was on my way to LaGuardia.
Oh, that's right. You were on your way to the airport.
I wasn't even off Long Island yet.
And I'm getting a text message from a friend, a good friend of mine, who I haven't spoke to in a couple weeks, and she's like, you know, so-and-so and I... hey, so-and-so and I are talking. I just wanted to let you know I'm not sure where this is going. And I just, at that time, because I was at work, trying to, like, do my job, and now I'm reading this text message, and I'm like, okay, wow. Like, literally, that's what I said. Or I said, wow, okay, or something like that. Just because if I was to say anything else, I would have, like, really hurt people's feelings. And... then I said, you know what? No, this is not okay. Like, you're supposed to be one of my good friends. And granted, yes, there was no, like, exclusiveness between me and this other person at the time when this was going on. But then I start thinking, oh my God, she knew about everything. She knew, like, she heard me complain, heard me bitch, heard me... you know, whatever, and she would warn me, not, just be careful, he's talking to this one, or he's talking to that one, and blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, at the time, this was all fun and, like, really just fun, have a good time, we went out, did whatever, and now all of a sudden, oh, I'm sorry, I just want to let you know that so-and-so and I are talking, and then fast forward a little bit, of time, and I find out that it's not just talking, and it's been going on for weeks.
I mean, all right, so I want to say, like, so she was warning you about things that he was into and things, like, why does she think that she's any different?
I have no idea.
Because I know that I've been in a situation, I'm like, yo, all right, so this, I'm going to take it for what it's worth. Yeah. Like, this guy has a history of doing this. I'm no different than anybody else.
No, and I'm not even saying, and I will be the first one to say I'm not perfect. I don't make the best choices at times, but you just don't do that to certain people.
But the two of them were secretly, conniving.
Apparently,
but
people knew about it.
Exactly.
Though.
So there was talk, and they were saying, so this is a situation where she thinks that she has a one-up on something. Like, I'm different than every other person that I've warned you about him.
Yeah.
Because...
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
So you're ruining your friendship over a risky...
And a friendship that, like, you know, we've been through a lot together. Like, she has been through a lot, and I've always been there type of friendship. Not just like, oh, you know, you talk, you hang out, you know, you see each other occasionally. No, it's not that at all. So, you know, that's, I think... Because it really doesn't directly have to do with him. I mean, it does in a way, but at the same time, he's this guy, you know, whatever.
Unfortunately, they are not on the same wavelength as other, or we're not on the same wavelength as them. I mean, I'm not. But really
even according to what I'm hearing, like, she had to be told, like, oh, you should probably let, you know, Dina know that this is going on, type of thing. So, even the fact that, like, that's what makes me feel, you know, I feel like she knows what she's doing is wrong, and the easier thing for her to do is just completely not even respond to any type of communication with me at all.
All right, so where do you draw the line? If we're going to talk about girl code here, where do you draw the line? All right, there's this person who we all know is I guess I can't think of any other word off the top of my head right now except for gigolo. Like, we're gonna go from this one to that one to this one, and there's no commitment. Yeah, serial. Yeah. But it's a dating, or is it just like?
I mean, you go out with somebody a certain amount of times. You're dating that person. Not like, I'm not saying that has to be exclusive, but you're hanging out with these people. You know, this person. You're going out to dinner. You're doing, like, activities, going to people's houses, like. You know.
So there's a dating situation.
Yeah.
So when you're dating someone, it doesn't have to be exclusive, but I can't date someone and you can't date someone because we're friends. Mm-hmm. Is that what you're saying? That would be the epitome of girl code. Like, if you're dating someone, you have the anticipation that it could possibly move on to something else.
I mean, in this case, no. But... No, because...
So then... I'm only playing devil's advocate. I'm not saying that you're wrong in your thinking, but then he's exclusively yours in your circle of friends?
You know what? And it's not even... Honestly, like, listening to that, it's not even that. If people would have come to me beforehand when this was first starting out, maybe the outcome might have been different. But the fact that this fucking went on for weeks and people knew about it.
And again, I am not saying that you're wrong in your thinking, because there is no way in hell I want to think about me hooking up with someone and the possibility of one of my friends hooking up with that person too, because the thought of that sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, emotions get involved. Yeah. Like, feelings get involved. I don't care what anybody says. If you're in a situation with a person where there is something going on, whether it's just having dinner together, it's like, there doesn't even have to be any sexual interaction. If you're hanging out with somebody and you're like, you don't know where it's going to go, but you don't want anybody else to go there as well.
Yeah.
And when it's a friend, it's harder even more.
Yes.
So if you go to a friend and you say, yo, I'm seeing this guy, to that friend, that guy is off limits. Mm-hmm. That's it, right?
Yeah, I agree.
And when you don't do that, like, if the person goes over and they, like, go out to dinner or drive that person somewhere without you knowing about it, that's the thing that makes it the worst. Like, oh, this person needed a ride home from the train station, and then you find out 2 weeks later that you gave him a ride home, like...
Yeah, why didn't you just tell me that, like...
And why is he asking you for a ride home and not me? Mm-hmm. Like, that's shitty on the guy part.
Yeah.
It was shitty on the girl part to say, I don't think it's okay for me to do that right now. Or it might be okay for me, but Dina, so-and-so just called me and asked me to give them a ride home.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah.
But we're beyond that.
Yeah.
This is not even that situation right here, right?
Nope. I think it's a little bit beyond that. Just because of the history that I have with this girl. You know what I mean? Like, she, like I said, has heard me complain, and, like, I don't even want to say complain, but, like, she knows a lot of shit. So that's where, I don't know. That's just girl code on.
So it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
It sucks. All right. So bottom line, when girls are friends, like
it's just certain friends, you don't cross the line like that.
No. I mean, it's shitty.
Mm-hmm. I know. And the fact that I haven't heard anything since that one text message that she sent me to let me know that they're talking, which, okay,
but,
it's gone way beyond talking at this point.
You're not going to change people.
No.
You're not going to make somebody into a moral person. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, but there's like a divide. There's a divide between males and females. Now, this could totally change your way of thinking. It can change like your attitude towards people. It can change everything, because it really sucks to be stabbed in the back, and you were stabbed in the back from two ends, like kind of like,
well, because I had friendships with both of them.
Exactly.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So here's my situation. Like, guys, I mean, and it's, oh my God, it hurts. It takes your breath away a little bit.
I know. Mm-hmm.
It really does. Like, it is so hard for a girl to comprehend or wrap their head around the idea of just being a thing.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you know what? And after it becomes like a habit, so whatever, you expect the person to call you on a certain day at a certain time, and then you show up over there, but you don't want it to be like that.
No.
And you leave feeling like shit.
Yeah.
And you leave and you say, I'm never going to do this again. I'm sorry.
It might be fun at the time, but
fun for what?
I know. That's
it
what
isn't
I'm saying.
fun.
Yeah.
And then it's over and you're there and you're like, what the fuck? I'm never doing this again. But yet, 1 week goes by, 2 weeks goes by, you get the yo text,
Yep.
and you're like, whatever. And then it ends up, and it's the same cycle.
Yeah.
Same cycle
Yes.
over and over.
Yeah.
And there is nothing wrong. I mean, the term has been established. It's been quite a while now. I'm going to say a couple of years, that boys are allowed to be fuck boys. Mm-hmm. They're allowed to go and they're allowed to target, and they're allowed to say, I'm going to sleep with this one, and this one, and that's all I'm going to do with them. There's not going to be any feelings. There's not going to be any relationship. There's not going to be any dating. There's not even going to be a date.
No.
We're going to...
And they might even have relationships in between this whole thing.
Yeah.
And then...
That's worse,
yes. Right? And then, they're in a relationship, then they break up, and guess who they're texting the next day? It's like...
Yeah. No, that's worse. Because then it makes you feel like, why are they... Yep. Like, I don't know. It creates a lot of insecurities and overthinking, and it's really not fair at all.
No.
But bottom line is, why can guys have that title and it be politically correct, but if girls wanted to do something like that, it's not.
No.
I don't understand. Like, why can't I target guys and say I just want to
have a good time
and move on?
Yeah. And don't stay over.
Yeah, like, hello, leave. You're not going to have breakfast.
It's not big enough for the both of us.
No, too many people in this bed at the moment, and no, it's only been 5 minutes, but move, go.
Yeah.
See you later, alligator.
Yep.
Till next time.
I know. It's really it's like a crazy situation.
I wonder if any girls have established themselves strong enough to be that type of girl. And
you don't want to, like...
I don't want the title of a fuck girl.
No. We gotta come up with a new title.
We definitely need a new title. And we need like new parameters too. Like what are the responsibilities of a fuck girl? Mm-hmm. Like how, like, do we like have no ties whatsoever like these boys do? Because
is it because that, girls are seen as having more emotions and like getting emotions can get in the way.
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
You can't have me and the other one at the same time. That's not going to work. Well, you know what? What if it does work?
Yeah.
What if I don't give a shit what you're doing or when you're doing it? If you're mine on Tuesday, let's be, or this Tuesday. It doesn't even have to be every Tuesday.
Yes.
This Tuesday, we're going to hang out. We're going to do this. This is what's going to end up happening. The end. Goodbye. See you next Tuesday, you fucking cunt. I don't even know what to say about this. I really don't even know. I don't even know, because I am beyond the point of having feelings at this point. I mean, I'm like, I don't even want to say I'm destroyed, but I'm like, I'm so over it. It's not even worth it. It really isn't. There is nobody you can rely on anymore at this point. No. You can't even have a friend that you...
I know.
You can't.
No.
You can't.
I mean, you have people that you think are friends, and then you go and find out that, that's not even the case at this point.
All right, I have a friend that I hook up with once in a while. Was that Friends with Benefits? That doesn't even exist anymore.
No.
We're in 2018.
I haven't heard that
This is
term
a
in so
shitty
long.
robot... this is post-apocalyptic times right here.
Yeah.
There is such a divide between people caring for people. Mm-hmm. And they're the promotion of like open relationships and, nobody needing to be loyal anymore.
Yeah.
And there's no ride or die beyond a best friend. Like, I can't rely on the opposite sex to stand up for me anymore. I'm stranded in fucking Texas, and who am I talking to? I can't even talk to my own brother. Like, he's the opposite. What does he do? Whoa, you're gone. You're out of my life. Bye. You were in my house for the moment. Yep. We made plans for you to come down, but you're gone now. He doesn't even give a shit. We're in a group text.
Yeah.
And who's responding?
Me.
The male sex has something missing from their emotional brain.
There's a disconnect somewhere.
There is a disconnect. Why does he not care that his sister didn't make it home?
No.
He didn't care.
Stranded in airports.
Seriously, stranded in your state. Mm-hmm. And who is responding?
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
No.
I could have been kidnapped.
Oh my
I could have been stolen. I could have been raped in a freaking airport bathroom.
Oh my God.
There were storms happening.
I know.
Not like, did you get to the airport safely?
Yes.
Nothing. And my birthday was the best thing. Happy birthday. Thanks. Did I miss it?
I thought that was a joke. That wasn't a joke.
No, it's today. Yeah, it's today. Good job, brother. Good job.
And you know what? Like, sorry, Kev, but you're not a bad guy. But it's like...
But that's what I'm saying.
I know.
They just don't even know.
I know.
They don't even know. They have no idea. So instead of working ourselves up to the point where we get so obsessed and concerned about things that they're not thinking about us about, whatever. I don't even
Why
care.
are we worrying ourselves?
I'm not worrying. Like, if you want to hang out, I'll fucking hang out. But I'm not going to chase you either. I'm not going to do that.
No. We can't, like...
But I have no idea. I'm at a total loss of this situation.
I mean, do we think it's across the board, or we think it's just like he's the type of guy that we're going for?
I don't know. Maybe we should just have some people like let us know what's going on in their lives, because this is ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, is it us? Does this happen across the board here?
I don't know. They can email us at wineliarsandbeer@gmail.com, DM us through our Instagram, tweet us, because we have no idea if we are the only ones that are dealing with the fact that boys, regardless of their relationship to us, whether it be uncle, brother, friend, like, what is their obligation to the female counterpart? Like, at what level should they care about us and our well-being? Like, really?
I know. I don't even have an answer. Like, I don't even have any type of answer for it at this point.
It's so disheartening.
Because I'm just thinking about my own history and my own past. And, there's part of me at times that I could say, maybe it is the type of guy that I'm going for.
Yeah, because they all have an excuse. Like, I'm just not into, like, a relationship. And there's,
a similarity between... Yeah, there's a similarity between a lot of them.
Yeah, that's all there. So I'm not really into relationships at the moment.
But then why am I okay with that?
And we are okay with that. And so maybe because we're not ready for a relationship either. So maybe we have to change our whole mindset altogether. I don't know. What exactly are they looking for? And we put it out there, and I'm sure the walls that we have subconsciously are like luring these people to us.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sure.
But our own families as well.
I know.
All right, so this might be the summer of revelation. I don't know. It's Memorial Day weekend, so maybe we should start. Maybe we should make a decision. Like at first, before we came home, we were thinking like, oh, you know what? Screw this. We're going to be the counterpart to the fuckboy. We're going to create a whole new entity. We're going to be kicking them out. We're not going to be freaking out. They're going to be the ones freaking out about the leftover earrings on the table and all of that stuff that's happening. We are not going to freak out because who gives a shit? Honestly, who gives a shit? There's a whole movement going on right now. Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck.
Nope.
Whatever. I can't because at this point my feelings are only going to get hurt. So why am I going to care about you?
No, we can't even put our feelings out there like that anymore.
But it sucks that we can't even put our feelings out there with friends.
I know.
That's the worst part about it.
It's real. I mean, it's been a real eye-opener the past week or so with that. It really has. So if anyone has any
advice or similar stories,
something.
Have you ever been dicked by your girlfriend?
Please make sure, let us know that it's not just us here. That was a little desperate, but
I know. Desperation, some kind of comes out. When you have to make your guest your ex, it kind of puts you in a position to make up.
And not for nothing, both of them were going to be on here, not at the same time.
Yeah, they were. Now we have 2 open spots.
Yeah,
so you've got us.
Not for nothing, but we met pretty cool guys tonight.
We did.
Shout out to them.
Definitely, they'll be on soon or later.
That just goes with putting out those good vibes and you meet cool people.
Yep. And we talked about what we were doing. They were totally receptive to our life and style and goals and they're willing to come talk.
Yeah.
About their stuff that goes on. And it's, repetitive once again, but it's the start of the summer and we are going to move forward. But I think maybe this week what we should really do is a little bit of soul searching and come up with a plan as to what we want to get out of the summer.
Yes.
Last summer, it was all about us.
Yes.
It was a total selfish summer, right? We wanted to do us, we wanted to find us, and we did.
Yeah, we did.
And I think, we found ourselves and we were open to now meeting new people. I think that's one of the biggest things. But what do we want from the people that we meet?
Yeah.
We need to figure out. The people that we met tonight, I knew them on one level, but you were introduced to them, on a fresh level, but I still learned more about them than I knew before, and they're pretty cool. Right? Open yourself up and let people in. But to what extent do we stop that inness?
I know.
When do we say, all right, you know what, this is enough, this is where I want to keep this, we're cool, I like it like this, I don't want you to get any further, because if you do, somebody's going to get hurt. Whether it's you or me or somebody else. And are we allowed to get hurt? Should we get hurt? Is that a point of growth? Do we want to make that ourselves so vulnerable?
That feeling sucks, but at the same time,
what happens?
I know.
Does it make us worse? Does it make us better?
I know.
I don't know. They say you can't have good without bad, but
everything's not going to be perfect. But when
I don't know.
Me neither. Help us out.
Seriously. All right, so it's short-lived and it is what it is, but cheers to the beginning of the summer.
Yes, it was a beautiful night tonight.
It was. Memorial Day weekend is, the springboard to tons of adventures.
Yes.
The longer hours, the more daylight, the warmer weather, the drive to be outside and
we have
socialize.
some pretty cool plans coming up.
We do. So next week you'll hear all about our Brooklyn experience. We're about to live the dream.
We
literally.
Are.
Yeah.
I feel like we're living the dream.
We are.
We're literally going to be living
the dream tomorrow. So stick around next week for that. And don't forget, share.
Yes,
definitely
please. Tell us.
Share, email us, DM us, and then talk about it with your friends. Have them reach out to us. Our calendar for July is almost fully open. I think we booked one night tonight.
Yeah, hopefully.
So we have 3 weeks in July open. We have August.
Yeah.
We want you to come talk to us, hang out, share your story. drink a little.
Yeah, hope we're not the only crazy ones out there.
We can't be. We definitely can't be.
And this is, we have, oh my god, next week, episode 10.
Yep, it is. It is our milestone episode, the one that we asked you to stick around for. Hopefully you're still here. Hopefully we've grown a little bit on you.
So, follow us. Instagram.
Yep. Pay attention to our stories because, I mean, that's where all the deets are.
Yeah. And, yeah, we've been getting really good with the stories
Yeah,
lately.
we have. We're learning. You know, this is a growing experience. You're growing with us. You're like, you're peeking in. It's a little bit of a spy situation.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
Scandalous.
Yes. So, do it.
Yep. And we will see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.